Okay, welcome back. So, as I was saying in the introduction, today is going to be a class where we don't actually load our hands and wrists. So, we'll try and do a dynamic flow. We won't try, we'll actually do a dynamic flow where we build up heat and energy, but we don't actually overload our hands and wrists. So, this is a great practice to also come back to if at any point your hands and wrists feel like they need maybe a couple of days or a week of break between your regular practices where you actually do loads of planks and downward dogs and those positions that tend to really load our hands and wrists with our body weight. So yeah, for today we'll need a strap and a block or similar things that you can find around the house. So block, position it to the front of your mat, out onto one side, and the strap down the end of your mat. And at the beginning of this practice, we don't actually need any props. So let's just get the music started. It's playlist 13, so if you want to play it, you can find the link down in the description of the video, and the playlist is on Spotify. And then once you're ready, settle into a comfortable seated position so that you are happy with the position of your knees, ankles, and feet. And then take a moment to just close the eyes. Rest the hands onto your knees, palms facing down. And start to become aware of the connection of your body with the ground. Notice the weight of the sitting bones. Depending on the position that you've chosen, maybe the contact of your ankles and outer feet with the ground. And let everything that is touching down be grounded and release fully down. But at the same time, find a sense of gently lifting the sides of the body, elongating the spine, so the top of the head gently lifts towards the ceiling. But you let go of any unnecessary tension around your shoulders. You let them soften down. Your face muscles are relaxed, and so is your neck. So we begin the practice finding balance between the slight effort that we are putting into the position to sit up tall and the comfort of relaxing those parts of the body that don't need to be switched on right now. And as we stay here, now pay attention to how you're breathing. So notice the air coming in and going out. And see if there is room for the next 4 or 5 breaths to inhale and breathe in more air than usual. And exhale and let it all go, releasing completely. Now on your next exhalation, let your eyes open. And then uncross the shins, recross them the opposite way. And stay into your seated position. On the inhale, lift the arms to the sky. Lift your fingers high towards the ceiling. Reach up. And as you exhale, bring the hands down at the center of your chest. And again, with the breath, big circle, reaching up. Exhaling out of the nostrils, emptying the lungs. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, release completely. Now interlace the fingers round the spine, chin towards the chest, belly button pulls in, and your palms press forwards and away. Hold it here, let your spine round. And with your next inhalation, then lift your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Press up with your palms and lengthen the sides of the body. From here, exhale, release the arms down, interlace the fingers behind your back, open up the chest, create space in your collarbones, in the front of your chest and shoulders, and continue to find that gentle lift of the top of the head up towards the ceiling. We'll stay for one last inhalation, And as you exhale, release, roll the shoulders, free them up. Drop your right hand on the floor next to your right thigh. Left arm up and over, side bend. Breathing in, lift yourself back up. Breathing out, side bend, second side. And one more time, inhale, lift. Exhale, over to your right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, over to your left. And then lift yourself all the way back to center. Uncross your legs and take the soles of the feet together, knees nice and wide. You're into Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Hands rest onto your knees and then circle over to your, start going over to your right, then circle forward, over to your left and round your back as you circle back. Then again over to your right. Open up your chest and shoulders, and as you circle back round and hollow the front body. We'll do it 3 more times. Try and make it fluid. You can incorporate the movement of your shoulders. And then switch direction. Fluid movements through the spine. Finishing just this last one. We then reset all the way back to center, close the knees together, and then lift the shins into Navasana. So you're lifting your feet so they're the same height as your knees. Squeeze your inner legs together. You can have the hands behind your knees for now if you want to, just so that you can focus more on the lift of the spine. So find that your lower back is lifting and not rounding. The sides of your waist are long, the top of the head lifts towards the ceiling. And then your shoulders are relaxed down. From here, we're going to stretch the arms forward and reach with the fingers towards your feet. Continue lifting up through the spine, lifting your chest, and keeping the knees close together and close in towards your chest. We'll give it 1 more inhalation. And as you exhale, bring your lower back to the ground, low boat. Feet point forwards, fingers reach forwards. And again, lift yourself back, Navasana. Squeeze the inner legs together. Exhale, lower, Ardha Navasana. Starting to build a little bit of fire. Inhale, Navasana. Exhale, Ardha Navasana. And we'll go again for 2. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. This time, hold it. And then lower all the way to the floor. Hug your knees in, rock gently side to side. Now drop the soles of the feet on the floor. We're setting up for a few rounds of bridge, moving dynamically. We'll lift the arms up as we lift the pelvis, and we'll lower the arms down as we lower the pelvis. So ground your feet, have them about hip distance apart. As you inhale, push with the feet to lift the pelvis, lift the arms overhead. Don't worry about how high you go, but really feel that you're engaging your glutes. Exhale, lower all the way down. And again, inhale, stay. Exhale, lift. Hold it at the top. Squeeze your legs and glutes. Exhale, lower. Stay down, inhale. Lift on the exhale. Breathe in at the top. Breathe out and lower. Breathe in, prepare. Breathe out and lift. Inhale, stay. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale, stay. Exhale, lift. Power through all of the muscles around your pelvis, the back of your thighs. Exhale, lower all the way down. Stay. Just take a moment, feel the body releasing this initial work. We've worked on activating the front of the body. We've worked on activating the back of the body. So now from here, you're going to bring your knees together. Open the arms out on the level of the shoulders. And then without actually dropping the knees to the floor, we'll do a few twists to the right and to the left. So keep your knees together. Keep them close to your chest. you're going to ground your shoulders and then roll over to your right. Don't let the knees or the feet drop, but control the movement with the sides of your body, the sides of your core. Then come back to center. Keep your shoulders down, twist. Don't let the knees or the feet touch, and then come back to center. And we'll do it 4 more times on each side. Over to the right, back to center, and over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale right. Only go as far as you can control the movement. Over to the left as you exhale. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. And exhale left. All the way back to center. Hug your right knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze and release the left leg to the floor. Now from here, we're going to reach for the strap and strap the sole of the right foot. Reach the right foot up towards the ceiling and start to find a little bit of length into the back of the right leg, which we do in preparation of some of the standing work that we'll do later. So pull gently with your hands. You pull the strap in. You pull the leg in towards you. And start to notice the sensations at the back of your right leg. Breathe in fully. Breathe out completely. And 2 more times. Full breath in. Complete breath out. Last one. Full breath in. Complete breath out. Then maintain your right leg straight up as it is, but move the strap down. Keep the right leg up on its own, so now we're not focusing on lengthening the back of the right leg as much, but we're working on activating the hip flexors. So to that, we'll activate a little bit of front of the abdomen work. So take a breath in. Exhale, lift head and shoulders off the floor. Reach with your fingers towards the front of your mat. And then also float your left foot off the floor. With your right heel, think of pressing up towards the ceiling. With the ball of your left foot, think of reaching forwards towards the front of your mat. And then see if you can lift a little bit higher. Fingertips continue to reach forwards. Your shoulder blades are off the ground. We'll take another breath in. Now from here, release. Bend your right knee. Re-strap your right foot. And then this time, take your right leg a little bit across the body and over to your left. So you're holding onto the strap just using your left hand. Your right arm relaxes down, your right shoulder is soft. Breathing here through the sensations on the outside of the hip, outside of the leg. Hold it for another 2. Breathe in fully for 1. And then from here, keep the leg where it is, let go of the strap. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling first. And then exhale, reach up forwards with your arms to the outside of your right leg. And then lift your shoulder blades nice and high. Float your left foot off the ground. Left thigh is also floating off the ground. Your right leg continues to go across and over to the left. And as you lift here, you want to make sure you're lifting high through your right shoulder blade. Don't let it come down close to the floor. Stay strong. 1 more breath in. And then really sit down, hug your knees in. Gently rock side to side. And then before we do the other side, take your hands behind your knees. Rock yourself all the way up into seated. And then start to lift up into your boat pose. As you lift into boat pose, shins parallel to the ground. Arms in line with the shins once you're ready. Lift your chest, lift the top of the skull, and look at the big toes. Breathing here, we'll take 3. Inhaling for 2. Breathing in for 1. Exhale, lower back to the ground, low boat. Squeeze your inner legs together, reach forwards with your fingers. Lift back up, inhale. Lower back down, low boat. Exhale. 1 more, inhale, Navasana. Exhale, Ardha Navasana, hold it. And then come back all the way down, hug your knees and rock side to side. Lower your Right foot down and extend the right leg all the way to the front of your mat. Strap the sole of your left foot up towards the ceiling, and then gently pull the leg in towards you. Take another breath in as you are. Keep the leg where it is, but let go of the strap. Prepare, inhaling, arms alongside the body. Exhaling, lift head and shoulders off the ground. Reach forwards with your fingers. Float your right leg off the ground. With the top foot, reach up. With the other foot, reach forwards. With your shoulder blades, stay high off the floor. Taking another 2 breaths here. Inhale for 1. Exhale, release all the way down. Bend your left knee, strap the foot. You're holding onto the strap with your right hand. Go a little bit over to the right, across the body, into a little stretch for the outer hip and outer thigh. Just one last inhalation. From here, set the strap down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift head and shoulders off the ground. And then take a twist, both arms to the outside of your left leg. Float your right foot off the ground, right leg off the ground, and lift really, really high, lifting your left shoulder blade high off the floor. Hold it here, both legs strong and active. Take another breath in, lift even higher, and then come back down all the way to center. Have your knees rock side to side. Good, so take the hands behind your knees now. Rock yourself all the way up into seated. And then from here, lift back into Navasana. Shins parallel to the ground, gaze at the big toes and hold. You can choose to hold here or to also now lift the arms overhead and just notice if that allows you to still maintain the lower back long, or if that causes you to round your lower back, then maybe the arms go back in line with your shins, or you even support the back of your knees with your hands so that your lower back doesn't round. Hold it here, take another 2 breaths. Inhaling for 1. Exhale, cross your shins. You're going to roll forwards onto your knees and you're into a kneeling position. So as you settle into a kneeling position, you're going to take the knees more or less to the middle of the mat. So knees directly underneath our hips, shoulders directly above the hips. And then from here, we'll step the right foot forwards into a low lunge. So if you look at your right leg, the shin is perpendicular to the floor. The thighs parallel to the floor, and we're pressing both feet down into the floor to stay stable and grounded. We want to use the stability of our hips and glutes and engage them to keep us also strong and balanced in the pose. Now inhale, lift the arms to the sky. And exhale, bring the hands down at the center of your chest. We did this seated at the start of the class, so round your back, chin to chest, and press the palms forwards and away. Take a breath in, a full breath out. On your next inhale, lift the arms up towards the ceiling, press up with your hands. And exhale, release the hands down. Interlace the fingers behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, move the hands back and away from your lower back. Take another breath here, a full exhale. On your next inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And then from here, take your right foot out to the right side of your mat. Turn the toes out so they're pointing to the right. Your heel is still on the mat. And then drop your right forearm down onto your right thigh, your left arm up and over and side bend. With your right forearm, you're pressing the right thigh away. The right knee opens out to the side, and the left side body opens and lengthens. We'll hold here 2 more breaths. Now as you come back to center, prepare to drop both knees back down to the mat and switch sides. So left foot steps forward. Check the alignment, knee above the ankle, Shin perpendicular to the floor. Engage around your glutes. Engage your lower abdomen. Inhale the arms to the sky. Exhale the hands down at the center of your chest. Interlace the fingers round your spine. Chin to chest, upper back rounds. Take a deep breath in. Complete breath out. On your next inhale, lift the arms up, lengthen. Breathe in, stretch tall. Breathe out, release. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up your chest. On your next inhale, lift the arms all the way up. Take your left foot out to the left. Heel stays on the mat, toes out of the mat. Left forearm onto the left thigh, right arm up and over, side bending. Nice, take another breath in. And then lift yourself all the way back. Both knees on the ground. Step your right foot forwards. This time, hands to your pelvis. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee into a high lunge. Now squeeze around your left glutes. If you want, a little bend into your back knee can help you find a good alignment so that your shoulders are right on top of your pelvis and you're not hinging forwards. So if that helps you, take a bend into your back knee. Otherwise, if you're able to, legs straight, but think of being in one line from the head to the shoulders to the pelvis. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, stay. Feel the power in your legs and the reach of your hands up towards the ceiling. As you hold it here, take another full breath in. Exhale completely. Nice, adding a twist. Reach your left arm forwards, your right arm back. Turn your gaze to look back at your right thumb if possible. If not, find a point that allows you to feel stable and in control of the position. Hold it here, take another breath in. A complete breath out. On your next inhale, lift the arms overhead. Exhale, bring the hands down in prayer. Drop your left knee down slowly to the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Now, the elbow presses into the knee, but the knee presses back out. It doesn't allow it to be dropped in, knocked in. Press the palms together, lift your chest. You're looking at your right elbow maybe. You're lengthening through the spine. You can stay as you are or now tuck your back toes and lift the back knee. High lunge with a twist. Squeeze inner legs in towards center. Everything moves in towards the midline. One more breath. And then from here, look down, drop your back knee down. Undo the twist, reach the arms up. Exhale, both knees down. Take a seat onto your heels. Eyes closed. Full inhale. Complete exhale. Lift yourself back up into a kneeling position. Step your left foot forwards. Inhale, tuck your back toes, lift up, high lunge. Hold your high lunge. You know you can have a bit of a bend into the knee or not. You see what you need to do. Belly button in, right side glutes active. Take a full inhale. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back and twist. Hold it here, reach away with your fingers, away from the shoulders. Breathe in fully. Breathe out completely. On your next inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands together in prayer. Gently lower your back knee down. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. So with the elbow, press on the knees. With the knee, push out. Rotate. Open up the chest out to the left side. Maybe lift your back knee or not. So if you stay with the back knee down, absolutely fine. If you want to lift it, then really feel that you're hugging in towards the midline. Inner legs squeezing towards the center line of the body. And then gently release your back knee down, untwist, arms up. Both knees down, take a seat onto your heels, hands onto the thighs. Close the eyes, take a full inhale. Complete exhale. Eyes open, lift yourself back into a kneeling position. Right foot forwards, high lunge, inhale. And then from high lunge now, turn and ground your back foot, open out, warrior two. This is where we might want to use the block. So if you want to take it to the outside of your right foot, it might come in handy in a moment. So warrior two, right knee tracks into the middle of your right foot. Outside edge of your left foot grounds down. And then a sense of pulling up from the inner legs to the pelvic floor, all the way into the top of the head that lifts high. Your shoulders are soft, but their hands reach away from the center of the body. Breathing here, breathing out completely. 2 more times, inhaling fully, exhaling completely. 1 last inhale. Drop your right forearm onto your right thigh, left arm up and over, side angle pose. Reach with your left fingers away from the outside edge of your left foot. Continue grounding down into the outside edge of your back foot. Hold. 1 last inhalation. And then push down with the feet, lift yourself back, warrior 2. Fully straighten your front knee. See if you need to shorten the distance between the 2 feet. You're going to reach forwards from the waist, right hand to the block, to the outside of your right foot, left arm up, triangle pose. With the top hand, reach up high towards the ceiling. And if your right hand hurts or if it's injured, you might want to just rest your fingertips on the block rather than the heel of the hand. So see how you need to modify to take that pressure away if it's too much. 1 last inhale, and then push down into the floor, lift yourself back. Then from here, we're going to spin the back heel, lift it, bend the front knee, and we're back into a high lunge. From high lunge, drop your back knee down, hands down in prayer. Switch sides, so both knees down for a moment, left foot steps forwards. Position the block to the outside of your left foot. Press down with the feet, lift the upper body, inhale. On your next exhale, warrior 2. Set up into your warrior 2, feel the feet strong into the ground. The hands reaching away from the shoulders. The top of the head lifting. Breathing here, we'll take 2. Inhale for 1. Drop your left forearm onto the left thigh, right arm up and over, side angle pose. One more nice and long inhalation. Complete exhalation. Lift yourself all the way back, straighten your left knee, and then see if you need to bring your right foot a little bit closer in for triangle, feet ground, shift forwards, and maybe the hand on the block or on the shin. Right arm up, opening up the chest out to the side, lengthening both sides of the waist. So see if you can bring the attention to the bottom side of your waist and think of getting it long too, not just the top side, which is the most intuitive one to lengthen here. Now from here, rebend your left knee. Shift yourself back into warrior 2. Pick up your back knee, your back heel even. Back knee faces forward, front knee is bent, arms up. And gently release your right knee down to the mat. Your hands in prayer, both knees down. Sit onto your heels. Sit back into a child's pose. Rest your head down. You might want to rest your forehead on a block. If you do, you have it there. Otherwise, you can move the block away. Steady the breathing. That's just one last inhalation. One last exhalation. From here, lift yourself back into a kneeling position. This time, step your left foot forwards. Ground down both feet. Press with the feet into the floor, lift the upper body, high lunge. From your high lunge, turn and ground your back foot into your warrior 2. And from your warrior 2, straighten your left leg, parallel your feet. Take the hands to your hips. Press down outside edges of your feet. Feel a sense of lifting of the inner arches and that energy going through the inner legs, through the pelvic floor and all the way through the spine and the top of the head. Squeeze the elbows together, open up your chest, inhale. Come down to a flat back, exhale. Fly the arms out on the level of the shoulders, reach them away from the center of the body. Take another breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Relax your head, relax your neck. You might want to take a few nods of the head, yes and no, just release it. From here, lift halfway up, gazing forwards. Turn your left toes 45 degrees out to the left, and then walk both hands over to your left foot. You're just on fingertips. Squat down a little bit so your hips parallel to the floor, your hips reach back, your chest reaches forwards, and then take it over second side. Now you can do this using your fingertips if your hands are happy with that. You could also do it without using your hands. Hands together in prayer, and see if you can control your transition without using your hands in any way at all. We'll just do one more on each side. And then from here, turn your right toes to the back of your mat and lift yourself back into Warrior Two. Hold your Warrior Two. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Re-straighten your front knee and then parallel your feet one more time. Take the hands to the hips. Squeeze the elbows together. Open up your chest. Look up. Inhale. Fold forward and down. Parallel to the floor. Reach your arms out to the sides. Lengthen the spine. Stay nice and strong here. Just one more inhalation. As you exhale, release all the way down. Continue to press the outside edges of your feet down. Pinky toe side of the foot presses down. Inner arches as if they wanted to lift higher away from the floor. And then from here, lift halfway up. Take the hands to the hips, and with a long flat back, lift yourself all the way back up. We'll turn the toes out and the heels in. And as we bend the knees, we want to have the knees on top of the ankles. So see if you need your feet to be a little bit closer. Now, from this stance, we're going to keep the feet as they are, but straighten your legs for a moment. On the inhale, lift the arms up. Reach up high. As you exhale, bend your knees, squat into goddess pose, hands down at the center of your chest. Now, as you stay into this first goddess pose, take the hands to the outside of your knees and press gently out with your knees into the hands. They won't move very much, but just think of pressing out. That activates your glutes a little bit more, so keep that. And then from here, inhale, the arms lift, the legs straighten. Exhale, bend your knees. Imagine that you're still pressing your knees into your hands, but actually your hands are in prayer. 3 more times. Inhale to lift. Exhale, bend your knees, hands in prayer. For 2. Exhale. For 1. Exhale. Hold it here. Hands rest onto your thighs and gently sway side to side. Now from here, going to settle back to center and toe heel your feet until they get all the way together. Keep your knees bent and we're going to squat low, reach the arms up. Utkatasana, your feet are together, your knees are together. And then from here, fold, Uttanasana, release your head down. And again, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. One last one, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana, and this time stay a few breaths. As you stay for another couple of breaths, we're going to turn around so that the toes point towards the front of the mat and come back into our Utkatasana. Bend the knees deep, reach the arms up. Inner feet together, inner knees together, hands in prayer. And then we'll go for a twist. Take a breath in. Exhale, twist to your right. Hook the left elbow to the outside of your right leg. Press the palms together and sit low through your hips. Lift high through your chest. Hold it here. One more inhalation. And then switch, come back to center, Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, stay a couple of breaths. Same thing, second side, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Hands together in prayer, prepare, inhale. Twist to the left, exhale. Elbow presses the leg presses back. The inner leg squeeze together. Hold it here, take another breath in. And then release back into Utkatasana. Fold forwards, Uttanasana. This time separate your feet, hip distance or even more, and then release your head, release your neck. Now you're going to bend your knees, squat all the way down. And if you can, you take a seat without using your hands at all. Otherwise, maybe just fingertips on the ground. And from here, we release. So extend both legs forwards. Sitting in Dandasana, hands either side of your hips, lifting up through the spine. Tuck your chin gently in towards your sternum. Lift the lower belly and squeeze the inner feet together. Feel the length in your spine. Good, we're staying just one more breath in. Breathing out, let your eyes open. Nice, so from here, you're going to bend the right knee and take the right foot across and over to the left side. So we'll take a twist from here. Pull the right knee close to you, lift up and away from your lower back. Left arm lifts up. Left elbow hooks onto the outside of your right leg. Turn your chest, left fingertips or right fingertips to the ground, or tuck behind your back. Good, we'll stay just one last inhalation. And as you exhale, untwist, take a small rotation to the other side. Come all the way back to center. Stop at the center, feel the length in your spine. Stay. Now switch sides. Bring your left knee in. Step the left foot across and over to the other side. Hug your left knee in, lift away from your lower back. Right arm lifts to the ceiling. Right elbow hooks to the outside of your left thigh. Your left hand is maybe on fingertips behind you, really close to you, or tucked behind your back. Breathe in and lift and lengthen. We breathe out and explore that rotation of the spine. Take just one last inhale. As you exhale, a small rotation to the other side. And then all the way back to center. Rest the hands on the floor, fingertips down, lift the spine, and feel the length of the spine, the length into the sides of the body. Release. Release both feet to the front of your mat, and then shuffle forward so that your feet are at the very front of your mat. We're going to squeeze inner feet, inner legs together, interlace the fingers round the spine, chin to chest, and slowly, slowly we're going to come all the way down to the ground. Once we're all the way down to the ground, we'll bend the knees and come back into the work with bridge pose, which we did at the start of the practice. So this time we'll hold for a few breaths. We can have the arms down alongside the body. Or if you're okay to interlace your fingers and bring your shoulders underneath the body, then you can go for that variation. So take a breath in, feel the feet connected to the floor, grounding you down. And then as you exhale, lift your pelvis, roll the spine off the mat. Maybe stay with the arms as they are or interlace behind your back. Feel the power into the back of your glutes, the back of your body. And think of directing your tailbone between your knees Opening up the front of the chest and shoulders so the sternum lifts toward the ceiling. Hold it here, one last inhale. As you exhale, slowly release all the way down. Give yourself a couple of breaths here. Now, we'll repeat bridge pose the same way, or if you'd like to work with a single leg bridge pose, we can do that. So your choice. If you'd like to repeat this same setup we just did, if you'd like to go for a single leg bridge, we're going to press down through the left foot, lift the right foot, push into the floor and lift. And as we lift, we reach the right leg up towards the ceiling. We'll only stay a couple of breaths if we do a single leg bridge so that we can then do the second side. So slowly, slowly roll the spine down, release your right foot on the mat, left foot lifts, lift the pelvis, stretch the left leg up towards the ceiling, hold. And then again, as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Stay for a couple of breaths, feet grounded. Take the feet actually as wide as your mat, and then let the knees drop in one towards the other. If this feels comfortable, feel free to stay here. Otherwise, maybe you just come back with the feet hip distance apart and the knees apart. Now, from here, let's bring the feet about hip distance apart again. Knees separate and right ankle on top of the left thigh. So we'll work without using our hands. So bring both legs in, but without actually lifting your hands off the floor. Keep your hands where they are. Just use your legs to do the pose, to do this work. So with the left thigh, you're pressing into the right ankle, and the right ankle is pressing back into the left thigh. As you hold it there, you're lengthening the outside of your right hip, but you're also engaging those muscles that are being lengthened a little bit. So right ankle presses into left thigh presses back into right ankle. Hold it there. One last inhale. Exhale, release both feet down, switch sides, left ankle on top. And then again, keeping the arms down, legs just do the pose on their own. But as you come into the pose, you're also pressing the ankle into the opposite leg. The leg presses back into the ankle. So it's a little bit more active rather than just being a stretch. Hold it here. Breathing in nice and long. Breathing out completely. Just one last time, breathing in nice and long. Breathing out completely. And then release. Release your right foot down, release your left foot down. This time bring the soles of the feet together, knees out to the sides, and rest. You can stay as you are, or now also take the same shape that your legs are doing in your arms. So bringing your arms overhead, resting one hand into the other. Elbows go out to the sides like the knees are doing, and the eyes can close. Notice the effects of the practice on your body, on your mental state, on your energy. You might also want to pay attention to how you feel having done a practice that is not maybe your usual one. That doesn't include downward dogs and planks and chaturangas and vinyasa, but it still allows you to move your whole body to build up heat, to build strength, to improve or maintain your flexibility. Allows you to be present and mindful. But of course, it's different. It's different to maybe what you are used to. So notice how your mind reacts to that. Maybe it's open and willing to explore, and maybe it's even inspired to find some more movements for yourself on the mat without using your hands, especially if you are someone whose hands and wrists get tired and maybe achy regularly when you load the hands with weight. So from here, simply release the arms, bring them down alongside the body, palms face up, and then release the legs, extend them out long. And see if you need a moment, just rocking the pelvis side to side, or any other final adjustment, so that the body then can settle into Shavasana. Shavasana is your final relaxation pose, where we let all of the work go. So we're not seeking to engage or to build strength or to do anything. We're really just allowing the body to find stillness, to relax and release. So for the next couple of minutes, there is really nothing else that we have to do. We're simply here allowing the body to be heavy into the ground. Muscles melting away, any tension, any effort, finding softness. Now with a deeper inhale, start to gently awaken the body. A complete exhale, empty out the lungs. And then reach your arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. Gently hug your knees in. And see if you need a moment rocking side to side, massaging the back. And from here, roll over onto one side. And from the side, lift yourself all the way up into a seated position. We'll take a seat with the eyes closed, the hands together in prayer at the center of the chest. Nice and long inhale in through the nostrils. And a sigh out of the mouth. And again, inhaling through the nostrils. Exhaling through the mouth. Close the mouth. On the next inhale, the prayer up to the sky. On the exhale, the prayer down to the earth. Thank you for your practice. So well done. This was a practice that maybe was different to your usual, different to your regular one. So well done for experimenting with something new. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel and share my videos with anyone who might enjoy them. And remember that also in the video description there is a donation link, so please support our work with donations. And it's really, really, truly appreciated, especially now that all my work is only online for now. So thank you in advance. And if you have any comments or any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat, and of course I'll reply to you. And today is also International Yoga Day, so I hope that this was a great opportunity to get on the mat on this day where we celebrate, the whole world celebrate the yoga practice, coming together, practicing for each other. So if you'd like to continue practicing with me during the week, you can also join me on Zoom, and there will be a link down here now with my website so that you can have a look at when my classes are, and if you'd like to join me on Zoom, I'd love to see you there. So thank you so much, and I will see you next Sunday.